All right, what's week 2 all about? Week 2 is all about you can never be 100% of anything. I know you want to be, but you can't. What we typically do in statistics is we give some kind of interval that we're pretty confident the population parameter would fall in that interval. Okay, if you went out and took a whole bunch of samples, that percentage of the time. All right, so what's a population parameter? Population proportion, population mean, population variance, population standard deviation. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put intervals around where we would expect, if we took in samples over and over and over again, that we would expect for our population parameter to fall within that interval. So you're going to see that I posted a sheet here that kind of overviews the terminology. There's a lot of formulas in here. Don't go crazy looking at this. What I would do is, write your own little note, but you should, even from last week, know that lowercase n is the sample size. How do you find a proportion? Well, if I said there's 30 students in this class and 20 are female, then the proportion, X, the number of female, 20, over the total in the class, 30. Okay, and this is always the best point estimate when you're asked that question of the population proportion. The sample mean, remember that's this X with the bar over it, so X bar is the point estimate for the population mean, which is the mu. Okay, so sample, population, I didn't mention it up here, but the population proportion, P. Same thing, sample variance, S squared, or sample standard deviation, S, are the best point estimate of the population variance, sigma squared, or population standard deviation, sigma. Just a whole bunch of symbols, right? You'll be okay. We'll get them down because you're going to continue to see these symbols over and over and over. What this is on the right, and I'll mention it in the live session, is I don't want to keep having to look up in the Z table for confidence levels. I want to be 95% confident that if I took enough samples, my population proportion would fall within this interval. So here is the actual Z values, and you're going to see when you get to the formulas that we need those values. All right, so don't let the formulas scare you right now. I will go over these, certainly what does all this stuff mean? We will talk about how do you know how many samples to take? Sample size, all right? And again, we'll talk about confidence intervals, about the proportion, about the mean, and about the variance or standard deviation. So stay tuned. It's going to be a crazy week. So what I would do is I would get to reading chapter 7. Even if you're reading it and you're going, well, this makes no sense to me, you'd be surprised if you read it first before my live session. Oh, it'll make a whole lot more sense than when we hit the live session, and you'll be like, oh, that's what that meant. All right, so let's have a great week, and I will see you on Tuesday.